The blind signing is the basically red flag for the mass adoption.
More and more we sign on computers and mobile phones that are not necessarily the most secure devices.
These all things that very normal for the TradFi and corporate world still consider in crypto industry like working against the general philosophy.
But they cannot take the risk of getting drained and losing all their assets. I think there's nothing glorious in that.
And when you have this direct connectivity into front end where you can get the most important, not the most important, but the most popular operation, which is swap, through the device that you really can trust, through the clear signing. This is the way how we really can make sure for the users that they are signing in a very safety way.
So that's why we have this new generation of devices with an even bigger screen to really be this additional screen that helps you get certain that what you sign is indeed what will happen. Hi, and welcome to the Ledger podcast. I'm JF at Ledger. I'm in charge of consumer services and the Ledger wallet. And we are very happy today to host DaoSasha from OneInch.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome
you.
to Ledger. Welcome to the 106. Today we'll be talking about signing. And in our lives, we all sign every day. More and more we sign on computers and mobile phones that are not necessarily the most secure devices there is. So today with you, DaoSasha, we'll be discussing signing crypto transactions, this very meaningful moment where everything can happen, and how we manage to make it more secure by combining the OneInch strengths and the Ledger strengths. So thank you for joining us, and let's talk about signing.
Let's go. Thanks a lot for hosting us and for your kind invitation. Yeah, always glad to talk about our collaboration for sure.
So I think everybody knows OneInch, but maybe you can remind us a little bit about OneInch and what's the latest about you?
Sure. Yeah, I think so. Basically, I'm DaoSasha. I'm leading BD at OneInch. OneInch started. Our co-founder previously in the previous podcast already shared the long story short on how we developed our solution at the hackathon. And right now, DeFi grew up, and we grew up together with DeFi. We started when the DeFi even never existed, and now here we are, building the backbone for both DeFi and TradFi, providing the smoothest and the most efficient gateway for those who want to enter this beautiful era.
Nice, thank you. And yeah, you're really like a leading brand in crypto. But as a leading brand, you also just went through a rebrand.
True.
So new identity. So do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh yeah, that's a very exciting moment for us. And as I mentioned, we were growing. We started as just a DEX aggregator where we're providing the best rates for the B2C users who wants to swap with the most efficient rates. And then we started to collaborate with bigger brands like Ledger by providing the B2B services. And we see the demand right now, not only for the crypto leading brands like Ledger, we see the interest in TradFi, and having this fancy unicorn is always good because it's also describing on the moment when we started. We started as a small project, grew as a unicorn in crypto, but then to start working with the bigger brands, institutions like we are, to become to reach the level of the institutions like TradFi, like I don't know, JP Morgan, those guys, we have to also grew visually, so that's why there is no more fancy unicorn. Now we want to get into more serious world, and both basically visually and through our technology. We grew for the B2B services. We improved the swap rates. We improved the user experience of basically people who wants to trade with the better rates. So now we are gathering the liquidity all over the market for the better rates through the fusion. So that's why, kind of high levelly, the general idea is still the same. We simplify the visuals, but we still unite DeFi, and we want to move forward as one. So
that's your new slogan.
Yeah.
Move forward as one.
Right.
So what does it mean?
Okay, it means that we're all responsible for the mass adoption. Like let's say for the safety and for the safety on the road, everyone is responsible. So those who making the cars, those who crossing the roads on the wrong place, those who ride in the car. So everyone is responsible. And this is about also we moving forward and providing the DeFi and self-custody solutions to the whole world by just teaming up with the bigger brands, Ledger, institutions, banks, to bring this to make this mass adoption happen. This is what about uniting DeFi. So aggregating the biggest, not the biggest, basically everyone, make it simple, make it accessible, but at the same time very secure and compliant. Yeah.
No, you just talked about safety.
Yeah.
And we are here in the Ledger office at the 106. We had yesterday Ledger Open, and you were a big part of the announcements here.
Amazing event, yeah.
So thank you for joining. And security and making users safe is really like the DNA of Ledger. I think people know the Ledger devices, and they know that they have a screen. And when I go to talk to people in a room, if you ask the audience, okay, do you trust what you see on your computer? Do you trust what you see on your phone? I think less and less people are thinking so, because you might have a malware, there might be issues along the chain. So people want to verify and want to verify what they sign. So that's why we have this new generation of devices with an even bigger screen to really be this additional screen that helps you get certain that what you sign is indeed what will happen. So this notion of trust, I understand, is very dear to 1inch. And there's this notion that is often discussed in crypto as blind signing. So signing a transaction on a device not fit for purpose, or signing a transaction not understanding anything about what you're going to do. So why do you think on your side it can be a barrier to trust and to the development of DeFi?
Yeah, basically the blind signing is the basically red flag for the mass adoption. Basically, it's like when you sign in the contract without knowing what is inside. Like, will you sign this contract? I don't think so. You will just stop and entering anything. So this is why blind signing. Maybe this is a big blocker for the bringing the first billion of users into our area. And I think we have to be responsible on improving this user experience a lot.
Thank you, and I think that's the sense of the collaboration we have had for a while within Ledger Live.
Yeah.
That now is Ledger Wallet. So your application to access a whole range of services, and I think now 1inch has been there for 4 years almost. So that's really an honor for us to welcome you as part of the providers inside Ledger Live. And then some time ago, I came to see you, I came to see your co-founder, Sergey, and we discussed like, okay, the Ledger device, why don't we try to connect it directly to 1inch, to have like a button on 1inch where you say, okay, I want to connect my Ledger wallet. And you immediately seized the opportunity. I think I was even surprised by how positive you were on the feedback. And maybe you want to explain us a bit like what was the journey and what made you react so positively to this idea?
Yeah, as I said, we're all responsible for bringing the first billions of users. And when you have this direct connectivity into front end where you can get the most important, not the most important, but the most popular operation, which is swap, through the device that you really can trust, through the clear signing. This is the way how we really can make sure for the users that they are signing in a very safety way, in a the way that they can verify and within the device that they can trust. Like I remember. In 2017, still being in crypto, right now Ledger grew a lot, and right now we can buy to like a Ledger in most of the bigger, even like networks. But that time, to make sure that we are buying the Ledger from the right people. We just were meeting at the conferences with the founders and just buying a bunch amount of ledgers just to make sure that we're doing the really we're buying the correct one, not the one that some people from Asia will sending to us by maybe replicating this. So meaning that the first step, like you already improved the safety of the device itself, but then the another one is just to provide the front end where people can just get this. So that's why we're excited, because it's just it's like not just plug and play. It's where the interface, the improved interface with a protocol that also verifiable in self-custody, where you can go and check everything, is just create the symphony.
So for the audience to get a sense, for the demo, just go to oneinch.com.
Yes,
which is your new URL.
Yeah, and put the connectivity button from Ledger.
So you look for connecting a wallet.
Yeah.
And then you go with your Ledger wallet. You just need this one, the device. You click on connect your Ledger wallet. Yeah. You accept to connect. You select your address, like classically. And then after the end of the transaction, the validation will happen on the screen of the Ledger device, and not anymore on the screen of the computer. Technically, was it complex to implement for your teams? We know that the OneInch team is extremely quick and extremely ambitious. I remember when you announced Solana and how fast you developed something like this. But how did it go for directly connecting to Ledger devices?
Of course, it was absolutely through the talented, very responsive dev team with Ledger. So it was very collaborative job. Remember when you shared this idea, it was just an MVP, then you proved, and then we basically did this in and out in our common chats to make this happen. And everything that happened in our site is happening through the hackathon mode, sprint mode. So basically, this is the way how it works. Together with in collaboration with your team, we just managed to make this happen in a very smooth way. So I would consider. I hope we will stay the only one for a while front end that has this opportunity. But for those who is going to implement, I would rather share that it was very smooth. So yeah,
you
go to GF and ask how to do that.
Now you won the race. You're the first.
Yeah.
Most likely not the only, of course.
Yeah.
But yes, you're the first, and we are very happy that you won that race, because I think it's really like an ensemble of collaborations that we're having on the enterprise side with Ledger Enterprise, inside Ledger Wallet, the application, and now directly connecting the signer.
Yeah.
The Ledger signer into OneInch. I think it's really representative on how we can collaborate 360 degrees between two brands of the crypto industry. So we are really happy and proud of your trust. And indeed, how fast you won on this one. I think this is fitting in a broader picture, I think, for Ledger, where we believe that if you believe in wallets and DeFi, and I think we all do, because I think that's really like real crypto. You need to be confident and trust the wallet to put enough money inside. And I think that's certainly where Ledger is coming from, having this DNA of history and of security at a time where there was not even really a DeFi in crypto 11 years ago.
True. Yeah.
So I think people trust Ledger for that. I think they appreciate the Ledger application, the Ledger Wallet application, because we have a set of services with a number of providers to compare. And I think it's a bit the specifics of a wallet, where I think wallets are about comparison. They are about guiding you. They are not about making choices instead of you. I think at Ledger, we praise ourselves for being free from compromise. And this is the idea that the best will win, the best offer, the best quality, the best brands as well. And you can recognize brands, and you are talking about the brand investment you made at OneInch. You can recognize brands inside the Ledger wallet. We don't pretend to do anything ourselves, but to welcome protocols, projects inside the application. And probably where we can do more, and we are starting to do it with you, is to make even easier connectivity, with always the same idea about security in mind. And security now is very much about the moment of signing.
Yeah, true.
I think crypto, some people are willing to take more or less risk by investing on new token, by investing in new strategies. but they cannot take the risk of getting drained and losing all their assets. I think there's nothing glorious in that, and we are on their side to make sure it is not happening. So I think it's really like the sense behind what we have been building, and this is a broader vision because we are also working on securing assets. We announced the multi-sig project also yesterday for more institutional or enterprise clients. So it's really our commitment to be the best wallet, to help people compare and to secure them. So now the question to shift a little bit gear and to talk about the future is what's next in your view regarding DeFi, and if DeFi gets trusted because you can put enough assets, because you don't think that when you sign you risk losing everything, where does it take us, and what are a little bit like what you can say about the new projects and what you can see the future for both 1inch and the industry?
Yeah, I think not if, but when, when it gets basically more popular and get the mass adoption. What I can see and what we can see, all of us, is the biggest trend that also attracts the institutional players is tokenizations of real-world assets. It's real estate, bonds, whatever. Actually, even horses now can be tokenized, your watches, cars, anything. The bigger picture for us is when you do something with the blockchain, but you don't even understand that it is blockchain. So we have to team up to make the user experience as smooth as right now we can see in the banking industry. So you do your crypto transactions, but you don't need even to think about like how many tokens you have in your Solana wallet to do to pay for the gas. This is very important for us, and the future is first to improve the user experience for the B2C users, as well as to continue onboarding the TradFi. And for the TradFi, two things are important. The one that I don't know, it's our takeaways from this year, because we just started to do this kind of customer development for this industry. So two things is transparency again, and this is where we talk about the clear signing. It's about the opportunity to verify, and the second is compliance. So we still need to be very compliant, and we are working with the bigger brands like you, and we are also learning from you at another side, because I know that you pass through all this ISO certification. There is also SLA agreements. These all things that very normal for the TradFi and corporate world, still consider in crypto industry. It's just my humble opinion, but in crypto industry, like how to say, working against the general philosophy, meaning that like when we are talking about the KYC in the industry, people are you are so kind of un-industry related. I don't know even what will be the correct word here, because we all consider ourselves as DeFi dreamers. So anonymous, self-custody, and all this stuff will appear unless you want to start play the bigger game. And I'm not saying that we have to standardize the whole industry, but if you want to move to this open, like bigger future, you have to still maybe keep this cozy area where where people in the industry, B2C users, can choose whether to go with compliance, transparency, verified game, and the like self-custody, DeFi, advanced user experience. So in the future, there is two things. First, improving the user experience, improving the compliance part, transparency to start playing with the institutions. This, I think, two things that will open for us the mass adoption. Once you have your application, I don't know, neobank, where you have the cash option and then DeFi option. This is where I will just this is then my mission will be completed. I
so
hope
bringing together, I think, all the worlds.
not to compete, not to start, I don't know, disrupt, but just grew and align together. This is where I hope
that can be in a single wallet for you.
I hope it will be like not a wallet, but single application. It cannot be one single wallet, unfortunately, because you still have to choose whether you work with a. Maybe okay. I'm not saying like that. It can be because everything is possible. But
I think we see the development of stable coins. I think at 1inch you've been working on the question of real world assets.
Yeah, now it's available. Yeah.
So I think things are coming together, and the idea that you have addresses that are yours, that you can prove are yours, and that you can sign transactions safely on the blockchain, seems to be a technology that is seducing both classic finance, institution, real-world assets, and crypto. So you think it's coming together?
Yes, I think it's coming together, and as I said, it's coming together for both sides, basically by providing the B2B solutions for the bigger giants, where they can just rebalance their portfolio through the DeFi as well, and those as well as for the B2C users, where with a smooth user experience without even knowing what's going on under the hood, but being able to verify. This is important thing, what's happening there.
So you know what you sign. I think it's really that.
100%.
Do you see other areas of collaboration in the future between Ledger Wallet and 1inch?
I hope so. There is a lot of things like as far you mentioned about the multi-sig option, and I believe you are going to, like right now with the other multi-sig solutions, you don't know, you will never, you are not really, you don't know what you are signing. And I hope we need to improve this user experience for the multi-sig options, because once you know what you sign, then you get the adoption in the institutional world. So hopefully, being a part of this upcoming future, we're happy to provide this opportunity for the bigger clients to do the swap. Another thing is RWA assets for sure. This is something that. I see this is also another trend that can bring more users into the real crypto world, but not those who are hunting for the NFTs. And I'm not saying it's bad or not, but having the real value under the hood, like real world assets, can keep them staying, not like being upset on the some like president's coin launch. So there is a launch. He got like this US use case. He brought a lot of users into the crypto. But then what's next what's next for them? We have to like keep showing them the other way. Like that's the reason why we, for example, use the 1inch card. We got the users into DeFi, and then we have to like keep them into DeFi through the card. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. What's your opinion on that? I
think we see yesterday Pascal Gauthier, our Ledger CEO, was talking about the fact that we live in a world of token.
Right.
And everything is getting tokenized, which corresponds, I think, to the rise of a digital life. To more and more importance of machines. We talk about AI, we talk about quantum. I think we are really at the frontier of all that, and I think his introduction was extremely revealing for a lot of people of this change in the world. Then more personally, I see that on one side, you have really like a very centralized version of the world, where somehow the world is starting to think for you, and you're told, okay, give me your brain, give me your money, and I will optimize that. I don't think it's extremely seducing. I think if your slogan, like Ledger, is to be free from compromise, it's not really the direction you're heading. I think a direction where new technology, AI, true ownership through tokenization, wallets are helping you make informed choices that are yours, and experience, which is, I think, a fundamental human right, as it was also recalled yesterday, having a form of property that is property and freedom. This is absolutely essential. So I think there is a very bright future for wallets with, at the beginning, a set of addresses on the blockchain, the capacity to sign, and then more and more elements that would be token, that would be added to that. Which means what? Which means that when you have in Web 2 Google coming with you log in with a Gmail and then you get Google Pay, or Apple coming more with Apple Pay and then saying, okay, you can log in with Apple. I think there's a version of that is your version that you can truly own, that is robust in a dedicated device, that is recoverable, so you don't fear losing it, and that gives you power in a world of digital. And this power is not limited to the blockchain. Is everything getting tokenized? You are mentioning real world assets. You can think about tokenized identity. You can think that you can now log in and prove that you are you in multiple circumstances, adding proof of age, adding different elements, membership cards that will give you access to this world. And in terms of usability, because it's a big question, I think, in terms of new technologies. What are the frictions? What are the barriers? We work hard to make this new generation of device. And you imagine I tested a lot our new integration, like connecting directly the Ledger wallet through 1inch. I think removing a lot of steps that people were experimenting is very good. And then I think that you check on the screen, you check, you sign, you check, you sign, you check, you sign.
It's actually,
it's pretty cool.
It is.
And it's not anything boring or anything clunky. I think wallets and signers with the trusted display, with the clear signing, is going to be the new cool and the new fun. So we are pushing already this, and we are very happy to push it with you.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for your trust again.
Thanks a lot. One quick thing that I think, two things even that we are missing, maybe that can also be interesting. You mentioned, wallet, but a wallet with a dedicated kind of rating system. So it's something that also worth to have, that then everyone can use for the kind of reward distribution and etc. Having this additional feature or to understand what your wallet is about, why it was mentioned in any other uncertain activities. This is it's interesting reputation system to add on top of any self-custody wallet that you mentioned would be good and worth for you as a user to get kind of generate your score, and for us as a corporate companies to understand, it's a credit, like in credit system in the bank. When you borrow the loan, you need to understand what's your credit history. So in crypto, we have to have something like that, like rating system of the wallets. It's one thing, and another one is to add this still kind of AI agent that will verify for my mom or for my grandmom what's happening. Even it says you are swapping one USDC or one Ether for 10K US dollars, hopefully. Then they have to understand what is it about, what it means to swap one token to another, something like guiding, you are just signing this about this. So very simple AI agent advisor that will just double check what's going on and be your assistant in this onboarding of DeFi world. Two things.
No, that's important ideas for the future. It sounds like more collaboration ahead. So with the 1inch innovation and everything you've been doing and you're doing today, I think we've also made some steps in the Ledger Wallet application.
Yeah.
So I really want to thank you again for your trust.
Appreciate
for
your
coming
trust.
here for Ledger Open at the 106. I want to thank all the audience and people who've been listening to us, and go try Ledger on 1inch. And thank you to you all. And let's continue. Let's keep pushing.
See you in Buenos Aires, I hope.
DeFi bigger. See you there. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.